very well. Congratulations on all this.
you.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
So this is your second feature.
Yes.
Which is super exciting.
Yes.
And what was the journey to get this movie made? Because I know it's a very personal story.
Yeah.
So what was that like trying to pitch that, and were there any struggles getting it to here to the big screen?
Yeah, I mean a lot. You know, it's a primarily, I mean, I would say 100% Asian cast, and there's a lot of Chinese in it, so there's a lot of subtitles, and that was the film that I wanted to make. I wanted to make exactly the movie that you see, and I think that there was a producers who were interested initially, but they wanted a different movie. They wanted a bigger, broader movie, and they may have forced me to cast in a different way, and so it took some time before I found the right producers, and it was really because I did a story for This American Life, and everybody heard it, that I was able to find the right partners.
Nice. And then I guess as far as finding the balance, because it's such a personal story and it sounds really amazing, how do you find the balance of telling a narrative and disconnecting yourself to be objective about the source material and being objective and telling the story as something that can appeal to an audience, and trying to put on your director hat and your writer hat, as opposed to kind of like, I experienced this, it's emotional to me, but making that broader in terms of appeal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I never necessarily went about it thinking, how do I make this appeal to people? It was always like, what's the emotional core of every scene, you know, and what is the movie really about? I mean, the movie is about Lily, who wants to have a cathartic goodbye, wants to say goodbye to her grandmother, and usually that means both people know that it's goodbye, but because her grandmother doesn't know, she's not really able to have a proper goodbye, and so then how does she, handle that? Like, how do you say goodbye? And I just kept asking that question as I was directing the film and writing it as well, and just saying, because sometimes it isn't about a plot in a particular scene, but it's an emotional beat of and how she's feeling when grandma says, I can't wait to throw you a wedding banquet, but deep down she knows that will probably not happen.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it.
Thank you.
So, going from your first movie, Posthumous, and going to this, what were some of the things you learned from that film that you took from this movie?
That I brought to this movie? I think with a first feature film, there's always all of this uncertainty of whether or not you can pull the whole thing off. And so I was really just approaching the film in a way more like a producer, and really leaning into just making things proper. But for this film, I think I really wanted to break more rules. I wanted to take more risks. I wanted to break the boundaries of genre.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
No questions? You good?
You sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna get your guys.